Alright, broski, it's T and I'm back, man, with a new video. It's on Larry Wheels, our favorite powerlifting, bodybuilding, arm wrestling, athletic, elite, and strongman athlete, yes. Great guy, got a lot of experience, love him. He's not a coach, he's a competitor. I know people are going to say, well, he's just fake stuff, whether he's doing it fake or not. It's entertainment, man, purposes only. I don't really care. Do you understand me? What people do is their own business in this world. It's a free world. Everybody can do what they want. Now, I'm just reviewing this video. He's entering his first, this is not his first competition. He's competed before, so I'd probably say second competition, right? But first, now for competing in classic physique. So I guess he has to qualify. It says here, won overall at my first NPC Classic physique competition, 270 pounds to 230 pounds. He used to be all walking around always at 270. He's down to 230. That just goes to show you how much muscle are you really carrying. That's what I try to explain to everybody. What kind of strength is this if you're lifting heavy things off the floor? Well, it's a chemical strength. It's really chemical strength. You're relying on chemicals, androgen receptors for that force production. That's what goes into practicing lifting something heavy. You understand me? When it comes to a human being. Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. It just goes to show you 270, 230. What was he really carrying? Well, a lot of sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, and I'll prove that he's going to put back some of that sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, fake artificial muscle growth back on his body. You're going to be like, but he takes steroids. Steroids should build muscle. The steroids don't build muscle, but they definitely give you a nice artificial cosmetic look if that's what you're looking for, but they don't build muscles per se. Protein builds muscles if it exceeds that breakdown and other specific things. But anyways, let's get on with this video and I'll prove these things, okay, to you. Yes, 230 pounds cut. So he's cut at 230. I mean, I don't know how much cut. He's a weird ectomorph. Ectomorphs, we all have low body fat. But yeah, you remove some water, this, that, whatever. You'll see how much he could even go down more, possibly even down to 220, whatever. You'll be surprised how very little, even at that, I don't believe even that is muscle. He's just retaining, well, he lost a lot of fat, he lost a lot of water, he lost a lot of stuff, but not entirely. And you're going to say, well, that must be solid muscle. It's not, I don't think this carrying that much solid muscle on him. He may be around 200 or so. You'd be surprised, even that number may be less, so yeah. But let's listen to the video and review it.
So the carb up for the Olympia is going to be significantly better, right? So we're going to have to be able to go hard. We got 2 days to do it. We don't have to worry about rebounding after the show. And so I expect you to be a good 245 to 250 on stage. You're going to weigh in at 232.
245, 250. So he's going to weigh in at 230 and he's going to weigh in at, and then when he comes back within 48 hours, he's going to weigh over 250. So that's a 20-pound increase in 48 hours. So do you all think that that's muscle? That you think you could put on muscle in 48 hours? Like, I'm talking about real muscle, eating protein. Protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown, like literally solid muscle. Well, so what kind of muscle is he putting on if it isn't solid muscle? Well, it's artificial muscle growth. But you could still call it the muscles are growing. How are they growing? Through hypertrophy, through sarcoplasmic hypertrophy and some inflammation probably. He may lift some weight, I'm not sure. He may be lifting, but he's mostly focused on glycogen loading. So he can get more sarcoplasmic hypertrophy because that's what bodybuilders mostly shoot for. Shoot for fake muscles eating a herbivore diet. You couldn't put that all back eating your natural diet, a carnivore diet. So what does he do? He uses a herbivore diet, glycogen. Muscles can load a lot of glycogen. So they could fool you that you have muscles. You go, well, but I had a strong lift. No, you practiced to lift that heavy. You couldn't lift 500 off the bat. You had to practice to lift 500. I know some people that actually could lift 500 without practicing, like a mesomorph, because they've got a lot of muscle fibers. They're massive people, some massive. I've seen a guy 7 feet tall, him lift 500 pounds, and he didn't practice at lifting 500. He did it off the bat on the first shot. So why do all of you need to practice to get to 500? Because you're weak, get it? You're weak. So you got to practice to get there. It's molecule strength. But anyways, I'm just proving a point here. It's nothing offensive, whatever, because people are like, oh, hate videos, bro. It's not a hate video. I love Larry Wheels. I think he's amazing. What he's doing here, entering that's one thing I regret. The one thing that I didn't compete in was bodybuilding. I didn't have time. I was moving. There was some things going on, and I should have tried to even compete, even if it was right, whether I would win or not or whatever. I should have just competed. I didn't take drugs or anything, but I should have just competed, even if it was a drug sport. Who cares? Just for the fun of it. You know what I mean? Just to see where I place myself, but whatever. Boy, if you're competing against other people that are faking cosmetically, it's going to be very difficult to win, yes. But anyways, let's check this out.
But after we carb you up, it's going to be really good. So the difference being,
like how would it look different from when I was 250 before prep, for example?
oh, it's going to be significantly different because at 250 before prep, your body fat was probably, let's say, 8% higher than it is now. You know? So what you're going to see now is you've taken down all the body fat is gone. And that weight that we're going to put back on is going to be mainly from water and glycogen, which is what most of the muscles are made up of, right? So what you're going to see is just a fully expanded muscle.
What did he say? Water and glycogen. That's what muscles are mostly made up of. No, they're not made up of mostly water and glycogen because there's no glycogen in protein. You understand me? Animal protein. It's made up of that because that's what you're going to force it to do. That part he lied. He actually made that up. That's not true. So that's why it's really hard to put on muscle. I try to tell you, steroids do not build muscle. Protein does. Protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. And how do you exceed it? Being in an anabolic growth state. Do you need anabolics to be an anabolic growth state? No, you need to be, protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. When it exceeds that breakdown, you are now in an anabolic growth state because there's no breaking down. You understand me? There's only building. Yes, you've suppressed, shut off the catabolic hormone. And now you're in an anabolic growth state. You can start actually building muscle. Until you get into an anabolic growth state with protein synthesis exceeds breakdown, you will never ever build muscle. You'll continuously go to a gym pretending on your 32 grams of protein that you're building muscles, bro. That's the point I'm trying to prove in my videos, but none of you are understanding. These bodybuilders, they're doing this for success, for money. It's a business. They don't care about muscles. They don't care about any of this. They want to be popular and they're doing this for a living. You, the average guy going to the gym, chasing muscle, doing these weird things, you're never succeeding. That's why it's fake. And then people want to fake it, drugs, this, that, and they say, oh, I'm building muscle on steroids. No, you're not. You're just retaining more glycogen in there. You're never surpassing that protein synthesis because I told you it's very difficult. It's a training in itself. You'd have to eat 5 hours a day, buffets, nonstop, chicken wings, this, that, mussels, beef, You got to eat so much protein. It's ridiculous throughout the whole day and keep eating. Maybe you could put in some complex carb there to spare some of that protein. I don't know. You can put that in there. I've done that in the past, but yeah, you don't want to get any sarcoplasmic hypertrophy because you got to drain it after that fake muscle. But yeah, solid muscle is extremely difficult to build. Yes, it is extremely difficult to be in an anabolic growth state. And you're going to say, well, he's taking anabolic, so he must be in anabolic growth state. Nope, no, he's not. Anyways, let's listen to the rest of this video and we'll watch, maybe I'll put some stuff. I don't want to get a strike, bro. I watched some other stuff here where he's posing or something, but it's quite interesting. So yeah, I think he won the competition, right? I'm not really sure. I hadn't seen it totally at the end there. I just watched some of it.
But with no body fat, no layer of body fat around it, right? So you're going to see all that muscle pushing to the surface. It's going to look insane, right? So it's a totally different 250 than you've seen before. And you're gonna look twice as big. It's going to look 20 pounds heavier than you've ever been. Because bodybuilding.
Yeah, because if you have lean body fat and then you put back that extra 20 pounds and stand on stage at 250, that sarcoplasmic hypertrophy makes your muscles pop. It makes it look bigger than it would usually if you just built it with muscle mass. If you actually protein mass, if you actually build it with protein and instead of sarcoplasmic fluid, you wouldn't look so big. You'd be dense. You'd have mass density, you'd weigh heavy on the scale, but you wouldn't look as big. That's why people opt for the herbivore diet. People eat herbivore diet. What the cow eats grass, it's not the cow, and they get that artificial fake size. Get it? So does that make you stronger? No. Muscle fibers make you stronger. Muscle fiber count. The more muscle fiber count you get, the stronger you get. You understand me? And that weight feels lighter, like the 7-foot giant who's got a lot of muscle fibers. He can lift 500 off the bat, but you couldn't. You had to practice to get there. Yeah. So some people actually can lift it and some people can't. And those who pretend they can, they couldn't. They had to practice to get there. It's really simple.
That illusion, when the body fat's gone, and then you just are filling all that muscle out with water.
Yes, it is an illusion, and you're filling it out with sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, that water stuff, whatever in there.
Glycogen, it just looks insane, and then you'll even, I'm going to say even when you get up to, in your off season at 270, 280, you're going to look massive because it's going to be a leaner 280 than you've ever been. Sometimes you're getting their body fat. This is the lowest you've ever been. You've never been.
That's what I've been trying to do on the carnivore diet myself. I lowered a lot of the fat on my body, but I haven't been glycogen loading. I'm just eating protein. So I look very, very dry. I still look big and everything good, but not as big as I would be if I added this glycogen to my diet. But I don't want to spike my insulin and age myself. You understand me? I understand the mechanisms of aging, and this is an unhealthy sport. Why is it unhealthy? Because exercise is not healthy. Lifting and doing all these things are unhealthy for you. All the things he's doing is unhealthy. He's doing it for money, popularity. Yes, that's the difference.
This level. So taking your body down there for the first time, now you've shed that, and it doesn't just come right back on like that. The weight always comes back different. Now you're gonna be so anabolic. You've been depleted for so long. Everything.
See, you're gonna be so anabolic because you've depleted everything. Well, it's because you kind of like you're gonna resensitize and start all over again because you're unaccustomed to all of your muscles and everything become unaccustomed to this. When they're unaccustomed, that is the best time. That's the best time for growth and everything. That's when the best shit comes on fast. Of course, if you're accustomed to something, you're adapted. Your body is not going to do very much there.
What we eat is going to convert to glycogen. It's just going to go straight to filling out the muscle bellies. So it'll take some work for you to put the body fat back to where it was. It's not going to happen overnight.
Good. Can we maybe get one after another show in February?
Right. Absolutely. If we get that pro card at the Olympia Amateur like we're planning, then we try to find something early on where we can get that qualification for the Olympia. It'd be nice to do the Olympia Amateur and then 1 year later be doing the Open Olympia.
Okay, so he's doing an amateur now, and then he has to qualify, and then he could do the Mr. Olympia. Okay, so he's moving on up there. It's coming soon, isn't it? The Olympia is coming up, isn't it now? It's coming up right now. I'm not sure. It says classic physique competition. Is this a qualifier? I'm really not sure.
Would be a nice goal.
Most definitely.
And a very feasible goal. And I think once people see the product of this show tomorrow, they're going to agree. I've been doing this a long time, and I've coached multiple Olympians in all these divisions and in classic, and I know world-class physique when I see it. And your back double bicep is comparable with anybody on that Olympia stage right now currently.
I would say the same thing, man. He's looking pretty good. He's got a great back for sure. Yep. Yeah, it looks good. He's looking better than ever, and he'll probably look even better. He's got a good coach, man. Definitely. This guy, in that field for that, a coach is an amazing guy. Very calm, relaxed, knows what he's talking about, knows what he's doing. It's the kind of coach you want on your side, man. He's really helpful.
And once we get pro card, we got 10 more pounds that we can go up. So we don't have to do what we did and drop that 10 pounds in the last 4 days.
And I don't know if he's a competitor himself, if he competed. Even if he did or he didn't, man, he's a very good coach. He just really understands the ins and outs of this. He's very good at what he does. So for sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure he can carry Larry Wheels to the Olympia. You can get him there. Now, whether he could win the Olympia, that's a different story. The competition is fierce, bro. It's like a beauty pageant. Who's more beautiful than me? But I mean, yes, it's mostly conditioning and size, this. He could bring in his conditioning. That is probably the most important because right now he's got size, he looks good. He really needs conditioning is the most important when it comes to the Olympia. If you can really, yeah, you can shine. I can tell you, you could suck out more water. I put this up on my community section. You could suck out a lot of water eating salt. A lot of people do this. The older bodybuilders, they used to eat like handfuls of salt. So they could just dry themselves out like crazy and then blow themselves up with like this sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, glycogen loading. But yeah, I don't know if people are still doing that today anyway. Yeah, it just draws out everything out of the cells, the water, man. It's crazy. I don't know. And also, I find that vitamin E, this vitamin E stuff, this gel, vitamin E gel, they sell it at GNC. They sell them there too. You put vitamin E, this greasy gel, you put it on. It's kind of greasy, looks kind of greasy, whatever. You put it on your skin, it makes your skin amazing. Like I'm telling you, if you have a tan, even a fake tan, and you put it on, your skin just looks like healthy. It looks out of this world. I think that's what they should use in the competition and not oil. They should use vitamin E. But hey, what do I know, man, right? Use the vitamin E ointment. That is the best stuff. Even if in public, when you wear it, you put it on, I swear, you have a tan, you put it on, you just look amazing. I'm telling you, you just look out of this world. Yeah, eyes will be like on you all the time. I don't know, because you'll give off this really nice glow on your skin, definitely. Would help in the competition, I don't know.
Just did, which is impressive. And I was telling you in person, Larry's body is a hyper responder. His body is responding to everything that every change that's made the way it's supposed to, and does it.
I don't know about hyper responder, but he's responding well. He's doing these things. Yes.
Very efficiently, which makes me very confident that the carb up is going to be very efficient as well. We've dropped sodium and your weight went right down like it should. We put it back in, I'm sure it's going to go right back up the way it should. So it makes me confident in the approach going into these shows that everything's just going to go like planned.
Well said. And guys, I've been filming these last couple of weeks super flat, no sodium and carbs. Despite I'm looking my best, I want to show you the difference when we add those important nutrients back in, which is going to be tomorrow, and how much of a difference that really makes in one's physique, right? Because I had to drop really to a body weight that we can argue is too low for my frame.
Not comfortable.
Not comfortable. Yeah, not comfortable, right? Because on social media, everyone looks great, you know, and I think when I have my pro card and I'm up another 10 pounds, I can go for it on stage. I'll be able to look a lot better the last couple of weeks than I have these past 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, if we started this prep at about 265 and you got down to 231, so no problem of starting your next prep at 275, right, and getting to 241. I think that's, we know the body is capable of doing it, and we know, more importantly, the hardest part of bodybuilding, that you have the mental capacity to be able to do this. That is the part that I think most people underestimate is bodybuilding is so much of a mental sport. It's you're by yourself most of the time. We're together in the gym and stuff for a little bit of the day, but most of the time you're at home staring at the cupboards. You got to fight those demons off yourself, and that is very challenging to do. Nobody gets to the level of body fat that you're at right now that's only one way to get there is you suffer, and if you can suffer through it and you show that you have the mental ability to be able to suffer through it, you took the challenge well, and people will see this wasn't a publicity stunt tomorrow. This is for real.
Oh yeah, the suffering was legit, and
I believe that, man. Man, if anybody says to me that bodybuilding is easy, you go and try it if you think it's so easy. Yeah, bodybuilding is so easy, yeah. Lifting heavy weight is harder. There's nothing easy about doing any of these things in life. I don't know what people are talking about. You need to put work into this, and there's a lot of work that goes in here in suffering. If you like to suffer, if you think this is easy, and you think it's not suffering, then you go and try it yourself. All these people that think it's so easy, go and do it then if it's so easy.
I have all the respect for bodybuilding because just how much discipline it takes. It really is a test of discipline, as Ryan just said. A true test of discipline. Probably the most challenging 6 weeks I've had in my life in a long time.
There you go, man. It's challenging. It's discipline. You see that? Most challenging in his life. Bodybuilding is very difficult. There you go. He even said it, Larry Wheels, because he's talking from experience. But all these bozo people have never done it. Right away, they're gonna try to knock like this is easy. This is just another faction of something you're doing in life. So don't try to knock it. It's very difficult. If you've never tried it, I wouldn't say that it was easy.
Off tomorrow. Let's go ahead up chest. There you go. 6'1" and 1'4". 6'1" and 1'4".
So he's measuring and taking his weight. He's 6'1".
Yeah, buddy.
Where we at?
230.5. Deserved. Damn, you're light.
So he's like 230.5. That's really pretty low body weight, yeah.
Yeah. 30.5. We came ready. So, all right. Got my first steak in
Classic physique, pretty solid there. Ah, that's what you want. A real steak, man. Real food. Yes, bro.
a few weeks. And this is just the appetizer. The main event is the sweet potato casserole right here at Ruth Chris. No carbs in several weeks, so you can imagine how it's going to hit different.
Man, you can see his face looks totally different. Like, I mean, the life looks like it's been sucked out of him. He looks like a totally different person, but he looks aged. He looks like an old man here. It's crazy. I couldn't even recognize him. Usually his face is more round, you notice? Yeah, more full round. It's really like, he just looks totally different. Crazy.
Today, we should take these kind of meals for granted before prep. Not today. Gonna savor every carb. Oh, there it is. That's the main event. That is great. Yeah, main event right there. That's what it's all about. All right.
Don't eat that, Larry. Eat that steak, bro.
Anyone guys want to see the face only my fiance sees? Let's get to it.
My fiance to see this, my face, yes. We prepping, man. We prepping. Let's see the next stuff.
234. You're all wrong. All wrong. Hell yeah. Let's go. We ain't going nowhere.
Do me a favor, don't let your bicep.
He's looking pretty good. Not bad. At he weighed in now at 234. He just put on like 4 pounds. That meal put on 4 pounds. You can hold 4 pounds of caca in your belly, so you don't want to do that either. You want to get rid of everything in your stomach as well, excessive weight. You want to flush it out. Most people take diuretics, these bodybuilders. It's crazy. Yeah.
Your armpit, okay?
Okay, the whole time?
The whole time. Because if you do, you're going to have white marks under your armpit, so I don't want that.
Okay.
Getting a spray tan, bro. Yes. See this?
There.
Good. Let's go over here so they can glaze other guy.
Adam, you're up.
Tanned, oiled up. Look at the coach, man, doing all the work, bro. He's like really, like he's invested in this, definitely. That's a coach, man. Yeah. He's getting pumped up now. All right, I'm going to leave it at that, man. I just wanted to prove a point, but I'll try to get to where he's posing here. Hold on a second. Let's see if he poses.
Side chest. Backed up.
He opens up wide.
Nice.
It's fucking great.
I mean, to go from powerlifter to bodybuilder, it's incredible, bro, what he's doing. He's looking really good. That's all I have to say. Great job. Larry Wheels, love his channel. Very entertaining. If you've never seen this guy, you want to go check out his channel. It's an amazing guy. It's called Larry Wheels. He's got 2.84 million subscribers. Awesome guy. A great athlete, I would say. Even if he is taking some enhanced performing drugs to enhance his performance. But remember, he's in this business, and that's what the business is all about. If you don't want to do that, then don't join that business. It's really simple. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Do what is best for you. That's all. Because I know people are going to try to knock him and all that. But in the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what you think or anything. The only thing that matters are what they're doing. To them, this is furthering their career and whatever else they're into there. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get a copyright or anything. I'll see you in the next video. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I'll see you in the next one, bro. Larry Wheels, amazing physique. I think he's gonna make it. We'll see how he performs at the Olympia. Because I'll watch classic physique because I'm kind of really into that. Thank God they made that category. See you in the next one. Ciao, my friends.